This makes me feel some kind of Ibiza way. Okay, this has all of a sudden just become a part of my toiletry bag. Hey you guys, I'm Mitchell, also known as MMMMITCHELL, and today I'm here to give you guys a Leo-inspired makeup look. So a lot of my favourite celebrities are actually Leos. So J-Lo, hello, goddess. We've got Demi Lovato, she's also a goddess. We've got Cara Delevingne, who I'm actually going to be doing a makeup look today that was inspired by one of her looks. Super bushy, super glossy on the skin, super bronzed and smoky on the eye, very grungy, very that, you know, like the London look. That's what I kind of associate that with. But yeah, I feel like there's been so many looks inspired by Leo celebrities that have kind of become iconic. So let's get into it. So I am starting off with this by Weleda. This is the Skin Food Light. I've not actually tried this one yet. I've only tried the original one and I'm obsessed. Super beautiful, exactly what I need on my skin. So I'm gonna put this all the way over my cheeks. I really avoid putting anything like this in the center of my face just because I do prefer to keep that a little bit more matte, just because I find the center of my face looks a lot more flattering when I've got a more powdered finish there. Whereas this gives you a really glossy look, which is kind of the vibe that I get from people like Cara Delevingne, Demi, J-Lo, of course, is like the glossy queen. I'm actually going to be doing a J-Lo inspired glossy lip. Get that forehead. I've got my fringe down today, but she still needs some love, you know? So like I say, I do like to keep the center of my face a little bit more matte. So I'm going to take this Laura Mercier blurring primer. And these primers, I love them. I feel like they're amazing as well for makeup artists because there's different kinds. So you can have one for blurring, you can have them for perfecting, you can also have them for illuminating. I don't really like to contour the rest of my face, just my nose. So I like to keep it matte there from the primer upwards, so then I don't get any shine there because that kind of defeats the object of contouring. So yeah, see that? Matte here, no glow, and here we've got them glossy cheeks. I'm gonna give this a go today. This is the Fenty Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation. I remember I swatched this a long time ago when it first came out, and I wasn't that blown away. But then I actually got it again because I thought I'm gonna give it another go because everything that Fenty does, I'm obsessed with. So I thought I must have just had it on a bad day. It must have just been, I was just not myself, okay? You know, me not liking a Fenty product, it just isn't right. Didn't sit right with me. So I tried it again and I swatched it and just let it sit on my hand for a little bit, and honestly, it's beautiful. So I can't wait to actually see it on my face. So I'm taking a Spectrum brush. I'm just gonna bounce this around my face. This is in the shade 240. I am a bit more tanned on my body, so I'm just making sure that it matches up. That's so pretty. I knew Fenty didn't let me down. I knew it was just me. This is nice. This is really pretty. Can you see how it's still got that glow from Skin Food? I feel like with more lightweight coverage foundations, it's really good to do it in layers. A pump at a time. I probably go through quite a lot of bumps, to be honest, but you know, I'm a drag queen at heart. I love full coverage. This is really pretty. The next up I'm going to conceal, and even though I've not gone for too much of a full coverage foundation, some might go mad to me saying that, I'm still going to use a really full coverage concealer. These are the Juvia's Place ones. I'm obsessed. They're so beautiful. I'm using the shade 16 and 21. And one thing I love about this shade range is the darker shades are at the front, so they're number 1. So the darkest being number 1 or 0, and the lighter shades are the end numbers. And I just think that's so cool. I think it's so nice to see a brand that is obviously black owned really just do that, you know, because most of the time people do just do like the lightest colors being 1, but it's about time that the darker colors will put to number 1 as well. So I love that about it. I love Juvia's Place. It's such a cool brand. So initiative. But yeah, I'm going to use these concealers. I'm using shade 21 and 16. I'm going to use 21 mostly. I'm just going to use 16 just to kind of make it a little bit darker. Not just a dot or 2 or 3. No, not 1. But then I'm going to use mostly shade 21. I just feel like putting the darker shade there gives it something to blend out into, and just gives it a little bit more of an easier blend into the rest of the face work. It also stops it from looking too harsh as well, you know, because when something's so full coverage, it can look too bright too quickly. That might be the case for me. Such a beautiful concealer. You get a really nice transition as well when you mix the two shades. Notice it's keeping the lighter here and then just kind of buffing the darker out here. And then we're just going to take whatever I have on the back of my hand from the foundation and just buff it over my eyelids. Just because I've been looking crazy with everything on my face but nothing on my eyelids. I'm going to take this Tom Ford 06 brush and the Pat McGrath Deep Skin Fetish Under Eye Powder. I'm actually just going to use this on the outer corners of my face. This has still got a gorgeous sheen to it, so I thought this might look really, really nice as kind of like a bronzer shine. I'm just going to be down, so you can show it looks good with my hair up and down. Yeah, I'm feeling this a lot. Let me know if you've got blonde hair, guys, because that is really an issue when you're trying to bronze your forehead. Okay, so now I'm just going to set my under eyes. This is just the Mercier translucent powder. Again, I'm obsessed with the center of my face looking matte, and as you can tell, can you see the difference? This is matte, set with powder, and this is unset. So I always find it really helps eliminate the look of under eye bags. So watch. Just tap my powder on, and it slowly camouflages. Okay guys, so none of my faces will ever be complete without a nose contour, ever. So I'm taking a bit of Fenty bronzer in the shade In the Sun. I'm really just printing out where I want my shape to go. Don't worry if it goes on too dark yet, because we can always blend it out. I really just like to define the bottom of my nose, to be fair, just because I feel like that's where my nose kind of bulges at the sides. So I feel like when I do this, I can kind of mask that, and in a minute we'll blend it out. So now I kind of have my shape that I like down the center. I really like to pull it underneath my nostrils. Again, this is going to shorten your nose, and again, if you're not really into the nose trickery, just skip past that. If you're blessed with a gorgeous nose, keep on going. Okay, nose contour and bake is on, and I am feeling a bit more like myself. So now I'm going to go in with some blush. This is the Fenty Cream Blush in the shade Fuego Blush. And I'm going to take this on a My Kit Co 0.7 brush. I love this. It's so pretty. This is going to go really nice because I'm going to do quite warm tones on my eyes. So this will really just tie it all in. What I will mostly do when I'm applying creams over powders, because it's like apparently a big no-no to a lot of people, is really just stamp it in. And that way you're not really moving about anything underneath. You're kind of just working it into it, if you know what I mean. See how it just gives it that glossiness. Okay guys, so I'm going to make a start onto the eyes now, and I'm going to start with the Fenty Matchstick in the shade Truffle, which is this beautiful chocolatey tone. I'm obsessed with this colour, and I'm actually going to use this as a bit of shadow to start with. I really work my brush up. This is a PC22 by Peaches and Cream. I'm just going to really just run this through my socket. I've chosen quite a stumpy brush to start with, just so it doesn't disperse the product too high. This is going to give me a little bit of control. This to be super smoky, super grungy. One thing I always notice is a lot of the makeup that Leo wears is super pulled out. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Just to lift the eye, you know? Okay, now we blend. This is one of them parts where it's like just the process. Just to make it right, you know, please. So I'm going to take a clean brush, buff these edges, and I can go in with some shadow over the top. Okay, so now I'm going to take a bronzer by Morphe. This is in the shade Megastar. Such a beautiful bronzer. And I'm really going to blend this up the edges. All the way into my inner corner here. What's really nice about using those matchsticks on the eye as well is because they set to a matte finish, which means they don't crease, which is just so bloody helpful to us guys that just don't want no creasing in our lives. Because if you want creasing, sorry guys, but I'm gonna question you. Why would you want it to crease? Put it right to that nose contour. This is smoky goodness to me. Okay, you guys, so now I've got those matched up. I'm feeling super pulled out, super smoky. This looks really nice with no lower lash line shadow. I am gonna add it today, but before I do that, I'm gonna add some sparkle. And you know I'm going to Ibiza in a few hours, and this really just makes me feel like, yeah, this makes me feel some kind of Ibiza way. So I'm just gonna take this on my finger. Press this over. Fenty really just knows how to do a formula. Not being really too afraid if it comes up into my crease as well. So that just makes it look super effortless, super worn in, almost like you woke up like this kind of look. Oh, didn't tell you the name of this, guys. This is Cognac Candy, which is obviously a gorgeous highlight on a deeper skin tone. But for me, or anyone that has my skin tone, it's just like a nice bronze shadow. I'm gonna take that on the brow bone as well. Oh my god, I just did something. Have you seen that? Oh, that really just did something to me, deep down inside. Okay, this is all of a sudden just become a part of my toiletry bag. What a Ibiza. In fact, this look, I think this is just what I'm wearing to Ibiza now. Very rare that I apply shadow with my fingers. But I feel like with this kind of consistency, it's like a jelly kind of consistency. I feel like that is always just applied better with the natural warmth of your hands. Okay, so I'm going to take this paint next. This is by me and P. Louise at Makeup Academy. This is their paint formula, which is... honestly, I can't do makeup without this kind of formula anymore. It's just so versatile. It's amazing in a makeup artist kit or just even in a personal kit. This isn't one of the new shades that we did. This is Smoking Hot. You need it. Perfect for this eye look. So pretty. And I'm just gonna buff that underneath my eye. Guys, that face I do, I'm so sorry. Me trying to not pull the face. I'm like, really making sure that when I get to this outer corner, I'm really pulling it up so then it follows the eyeshadow that I placed there before. This is a really good way as well, guys, if you guys do have under eye bags, just to get rid of it. Have you seen it? I think these tones really complement blue eyes. Can you see how the blue in my eyes is just really popping? And right now, that is what I need. Just gonna take a little bit more of that bronzer. This is on a My Kitco 1.14 brush. And then that over the top and just down a little bit. And it's super pulled out, yeah? Okay, are we getting it? This is really a vibe. Okay, you guys, this to me is delicious. Wow. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of my bronzer that I used around the face and really just buff them edges again. Just to make sure it's super, super seamless. Some people might think this is a bit much, as with most of my looks. But this to me is so sexy. So now I'm gonna take my collaboration with Beauty Bay. This was something I did back in September last year. But yeah, it's not actually available anymore, but any gold glitter liner that you guys have, if you have this, good on you. If you don't, I'm sorry, just use something else. A nice alternative to this would be like the Urban Decay Heavy Metal. blab that out with a clean brush. Just gives you a bit of light at the front of the eye. I love a glitter liner because they're just not messy. Whereas like loose glitters and stuff, they look so pretty, but you just get glitter everywhere, and I just honestly don't deserve that. I want my brows to be super, super bushy today. So I'm going in with a bit of brow gel. This is by Benefit. This is truly one of the best brow gels on the planet. This is their translucent brow gel. And because I've got super, super crazy brows, this is my favorite just because I feel like it tames them without making them look even crazier. Okay guys, so I'm gonna set these regions with a little bit of blush. This is the Mimosa Sunrise Blush by Fenty. If you follow me, you know I'm obsessed. And I'm actually using a brush that I am working on at the minute. Yeah, I have my own beauty brand coming out soon and there's a lot coming. So yeah, watch out for that. And this is probably one of my favorite powder blushes ever. It's so stunning. And I love that it has a sheen to it. Again, this is kind of just my touch to these makeup looks. I feel like sometimes you don't need to go all this way with it. You don't need to add this much. But that is just who I am. That's just me. Probably the Libra coming out in me. This look as well is really going to come together when I add lashes. I feel like this is going to be very based on a lash. And a lash saves the day every time, you know? Got a flight in a few hours, add a lash. Added too much blush, add a lash. Added not enough blush, add a lash. Flight's been cancelled, add a lash. You know, a lash always saves it. Especially the lash combo I've got for today. Promise. So about to add some more glow. This is the Anastasia and Mercier highlight. This is a classic. If you've not heard of this one, where the bloody hell have you been? Then I'm just gonna add a little bit more down the center of my nose. Always necessary on the tip of the nose. You don't put highlight on the tip of your nose. Try it and question why you ever didn't do that, you know? Just really shimmy it on, like a little, like the shimmying I'm gonna be doing on the beach. Just do like that. Okay, now onto lashes, and the start of any lash look, I think it's so important to add a really nice layer of mascara. Just helps everything come together. If you got LVL, kind of obsessed with it, you know. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, probably one of my favorites. Super cheap, but does the job, and does it good. So guys, the lash that I'm going to be using today is actually the Tatti Lashes TL6 Foamy. I'm going to be cutting this in half. As you can see, this is a super long lash, but I find when you cut this in half, you just get a really beautiful look on the outer corner of the eye, which is exactly what I'm going for today. As you can see, with everything being pulled out. I'm just going to take my Tatti Lashes scissors, cut it half, this one away, bye-bye. Just always make sure you remember what the front is and what the back is. And this is just going to go on the outer corner of my eye. So I'm going to make sure I've cut both of them the same. Please do that. I've done it too many times where I've not cut them right, and I've ended up with one lash up here and one lash down here. Not a cute look, guys. Okay, so I like to keep my mirror below my face, and then I'll look down into the mirror while keeping my head up. And then I'll just stack. And it just gives you a really beautiful lift outwards, and that is what I am obsessed with. Then I'm just going to make sure these are all married together with a little bit of mascara. I just feel like it gives your eyes a really beautiful, like, sleepy look, if you know what I mean. Okay, lip liner. I'm going to start off with Morphe lip liner in the shade Sweet Tea. And this is going to be a JLo lip. I feel like JLo really made nude lips like such a big thing. Okay, you guys, so now I'm actually going to take this by Charlotte Tilbury. This is their Beauty Light Wand. And don't think I'm crazy, but I did this the other day and fell in love. I'm going to take it on a blending brush. This is a Sephora 19 brush. I'm just gonna blend this all the way over my lip. Right now, that's crazy, I know. But I want my lip to look the glossiest it's ever looked. And then I'm gonna go over the top of that with Jordana T-shirt liquid lipstick in the shade TMI. And this is J-Lo. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling from here upwards, very Cara Delevingne, but then from here downwards, J-Lo. And what a beautiful mix that is. So yeah guys, I just want to thank you all so much for watching this quick, cute, glam look. I hope you guys enjoyed. I can't wait to see if you guys recreate this, because this, I feel like it's for everyone, you know, whether you're a Leo or not. This can be worn by you, you know? So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see any more of this zodiac makeup series, make sure you check it out on the Cosmo UK YouTube platform and all other platforms as well. And until the next one, I will see you soon. So thank you for watching. Bye. Bye. Bye, I'm getting on my fly now.